Now, I'm not a Mario sports guy, but this week I picked up Mario Tennis Fever at my local game store and I've yet to put it down. Mario Tennis Fever evolves the tennis formula in the best way possible. While some aspects of the game are not as fully featured as some players might like, the core tennis gameplay is clean, fast-paced, engaging, and through the new Fever rackets, incredibly varied. Having been burned by Ultra Smash back on the Wii U, so much so that I didn't even pick up Mario Tennis Aces, I am so glad that I bought Fever. The game starts on a gorgeous opening cutscene showing off the main cast of characters and a handful of Fever rackets and their abilities, before placing you in a beginner tutorial. This tutorial is optional, but I decided to play through it anyway, if only to get a feel for the game. However, if you plan to play the adventure mode before hopping into a match, I wouldn't bother with this tutorial, as the adventure mode retreads all of the same ground in much more thorough detail. In many of the early reviews, journalists criticised the game's adventure mode for being nothing more than a glorified tutorial and failing to meet its full potential. While I agree with these sentiments, I don't see there being anything wrong with it simply teaching you how to play the game and giving you a substantial practice of each mechanic. Fever has some quite deep mechanics baked into the game that the majority of players won't know about. So, getting to practice the game via adventure mode is a far more engaging experience than simply reading button combinations off the how to play page, which does exist on the menu for people who don't want to play adventure mode. Is it rather slow and tedious to start with? Absolutely. But its method of gradually teaching you each game mechanic is working far better as a tutorial for me personally. Besides the tutorial aspect, the adventure mode is contextualised by an insignificant but cute story where Mario and the gang visit a forgotten island to retrieve a golden apple to help a poorly Princess Daisy. During that escapade, Mario, Luigi, Peach, Wario and Waluigi are all turned into babies by a mysterious cloud monster. As I'm sure you'll have heard by now, Mario Tennis Fever marks the debut of Baby Waluigi. Very fitting given that it was Mario sports developer Camelot themselves who brought Waluigi to life back in Mario Tennis for the Nintendo 64. It's a nice full circle moment, sort of. The adventure mode then sees you advance through the Tennis Academy, which is of course where the tutorial aspect of the game fits in. The game features 38 playable characters, the most in series history, and 30 of the new Fever rackets, each with their own special abilities. Naturally, each character also features their own stats, so different character racket combos can make for quite the variety of playstyles. As for there being any sort of meta established to find the most optimal combo, I think it's very much down to personal preference and playstyle. There is no right or wrong racket to play with. Each one has its own advantages and disadvantages that will either work in the player's favour to best their opponent, or backfire massively if activated at the wrong moment. Games can get pretty wild when two doubles all play with different Fever rackets. It's tennis skill mixed with party fun in the best way possible. And hey, if you really don't like it, you don't have to play with the Fever rackets at all. The choice is yours. The majority of characters, rackets and courts are locked from the start of the game, encouraging players to take on all of the game's unique modes and to simply keep playing matches. Unlockables is always a huge incentive for me personally, so I'll be making sure to keep an eye on the Achievements tab on the menu to see who I haven't unlocked yet. One criticism from me would be that you're often unlocking a new character, alternate colour, racket or court every 2 to 3 matches, simply by playing the game. Would it have been so much worse to unlock something every 5 matches? I only say this as I've been playing for a few hours today on the first day that I bought the game and have nearly unlocked half of the rackets and characters already. I want to feel incentivised to keep playing for a while longer yet. To bring us back to the menu, let's take a look at some of the other modes available. Of course, we have the returning free play modes, allowing you to play either a simple game of 7-point tennis or create your own rule sets. Nice and simple. We also have the tournament mode, featuring a variety of cups and different difficulty levels in both singles and doubles settings. Again, this is something we've seen before, and it works just as well here. Now, on to the new stuff. Remember when one of the Sprixie princesses was added as a playable character in Ultra Smash on the Wii U? Yeah, that was cool, wasn't it? It's always nice when spin-off titles take inspiration from the most recent mainline games. Well, if you enjoyed Super Mario Bros. Wonder, then you'll love the Wonder Corp in Mario Tennis, just one of a handful of modes under the Mix It Up menu selection. Instead of counting in points, this mode counts in Wonder Seeds, which can be earned by scoring like normal tennis, or by aiming your ball at a Wonder Seed on the court. Should a player hit a Wonder Flower, a Wonder Effect will take place, and the Mario Wonder inspirations go even further than this mode, with the Talking Flowers of course populating areas of the Adventure mode, and commentating your regular tennis matches. And just as in the original game, if you don't like the Talking Flowers, you can turn them off. Personally, I thought I liked them, until they started sounding really condescending when I kept losing all of my online matches, and the stupid flower kept saying things like, "What a skillful point," when my opponent was using a racket that literally made the ball invisible. Starting players out at a B ranking online is, in my humble opinion, way too high. I must have lost about 12 games before I started to manage to just scrape a win at a C-. Don't get me wrong, I'm getting better with every match that I play against other real people, but it was extremely demoralising to lose over and over again. I still lose a good bit after a few days of playing, but it's less frustrating than it was. To go back to the Mix It Up games, my personal favourite is the Racket Factory, where a variety of FIFA rackets will be dropped onto the court throughout the match, leading to far more chaos than you would normally encounter. There's a match themed on Waluigi Pinball from Mario Kart, where you'll be bounced about the court by bumpers while aiming your shots at the centre to trigger the jackpot. These are just a few of the matches within Mix Up, but I won't spoil them all. The Trial Towers mode puts you up against a series of challenges with only 3 lives to complete them all. Should you lose all 3 lives, you're back to the start. I completed the first difficulty with relative ease and have yet to try the Tower of Resolve and the Tower of Trickery. Completing each one unlocks you a new character, so it's definitely something I will do later. Many of the challenges involve a level of chaos not possible in other game modes, so there's value in playing the Trial Towers over simply free play or the Mix It Up games. As I've been writing this review over the past few days, I've continued to be drawn back to Mario Tennis Fever for just one more match, or to continue my time in the story mode, which does extend a bit beyond that glorified tutorial everyone describes it as. Upon Adventure mode's completion, you will unlock a challenge mode, providing several more hours of purely single-player content if playing tennis online or against the CPU isn't your thing. Overall, I can guarantee an enjoyable experience even as a single player. I'm sure local multiplayer is more fun with friends, but playing solo, particularly online, can still provide a great time. Will I love this game forever? Probably not, but I'll have my fun as I am now, and then move on to something else after a while. But if you watched my earlier video on trading in your games, I won't feel cheated by a £60 price tag. I'll trade it in and get some money back to go towards the next game that I want. But with 10 hours of playtime over just 3 days, it's safe to say I really have caught the Mario Tennis Fever. That was a terrible pun, I'm so sorry. Hey, thanks for watching till the end. If you liked this video, be sure to leave a like or subscribe to help the channel. And let me know if you've played Mario Tennis Fever. What did you make of it? If not, have you played prior games in the series? I'm always interested to hear what other people think. Also be sure to let me know what you want to hear me talk about on the channel. I'm always open to your suggestions. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.